Tell your mama, and tell your daddy, and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Come get some if you want some, but you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg, and I'm the only one. And when it comes to Madden,
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. The folks here in Cleveland, even though all the down years, have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with Matthew Stafford and the Detroit Lions. Here's the punter, Sam Martin, now ready to get us started. And off we go from Cleveland. And the kick goes outside the white lines. That's why the flag comes out.
Yes, and that was an error by the kicker, and it will give the offense great starting field position.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb, and right away they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now. The defensive line made pretty easy work of the offensive line that time.
And people get tired of the cliche that the battle is won in the trenches, but it's a cliche because it's true. And how about the battle right there? One on the edge, and the ball carrier did not benefit.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 33.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run because we envision them in offenses, catch the ball, how much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Well, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Demetrius Harris, the intended target, and it's third down.
And 9 yards to go.
Good, 180.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. No doubt, a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Check 24, check 24.
Easy alert.
After the interception, here's Stafford. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Joe Schobert. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now the former Terrapin, this is Ty Johnson. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett. 3rd and long. It's Stafford. Throw him deep for Galladay. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play, and 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
Here's Beckham.
Set. 180.
51. I'm scared. Check 37. Check 37.
Regular.
Hey, it's coming up. Hey, let's go. It's coming crowd. Coming to you.
Greystone travel.
Check three.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, 2nd round the defense.
Hey, alert.
3rd and short yardage, Mayfield. And that's knocked away and incomplete. And that's twice now already in this first quarter that he's been able to knock a ball away.
They're going to need that from him and plenty more if they want to slow down this passing game. Thus far, though, he's been a ball magnet.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. Now Mayfield on 4th down. He finds Beckham complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, 40 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off.
Here we go.
25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simple to settle nerves. You know what it's like in this.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski, that's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line.
At their own 37-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. The throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
X3, 218,
On first down, it's Johnson. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
260, 70.
On second down and 4, Stafford. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Well, sometimes those cliches really come true, don't they, when they talk about it takes all 11 to play good defense. We've seen that in this ball game. I think the secondary has to be singled out, though. They are in the presence of every receiver whenever the ball's thrown, and this one they help force another incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down.
50.
Oh, and the hard count might have got him. This might be a first down. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So forget the 3 and out. The penalty makes this 1st and 10. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
53, double right. Check 53. Hey, Hayward!
Football. Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3.
And middle.
53.
On 2nd and 9, Stafford. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Have to give a lot of credit to the defense on that play. They were prepared. Ordinarily, when they take the big shot downfield to the big guy, that's usually a mismatch that the offense is used to winning. But the preparation showed for the defense, and they were able to bat it away.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Johnson. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 9, he got 8. And that's going to leave him with a 4th and 1 on their side of the field. They run, it's Johnson. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. They go play action here on first down. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hawkinson. And they'll get this down to the 10. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that earns him a fresh set of downs.
6, pull it high. 22.
They'll run it with Johnson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. On 2nd and a yard. Stafford to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
They tried the throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. The shotgun snap for Stafford. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Line of scrimmage, the 2. They can still get a first down if they just get a yard out of this on 4th and very short. Here we go with Johnson. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out as they are now on the board here in the first half.
Oh, this is what I love about calling these games. 4th and goal. This is all about leverage, who wants it more, and who's going to get it done at the point of attack, the line of scrimmage.
Prater for the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7.
14, Lions 7. Sam Martin set to kick off.
So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. This one taken from the 7. Runs through the contact. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Here's Mayfield. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Now a deep ball here hauled in just past the 50. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Browns are able to strike quickly for 6. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they end up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and it's now 21-7. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. 23 yards, the final tally.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Alert! Stay 50, stay 50. Bravo!
On 1st and 10, Stafford. Johnson's got it complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down. Stafford now 4 out of 10 throwing the ball in this first half, but he's got a first down here. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
Check 22. 22.
Stafford now to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. In for the sack, Myles Garrett. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation.
Hey, exit.
53 to Mike. 53.
Now it's Stafford. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
And this offense has converted twice already here in this first half on 4th down conversions. And here we go again. Back to throw, Stafford. It's caught, Jones. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 21 yards there, a big play on 4th down.
Brandon, I have one word for you after that completion for a first down.
Lucky?
Analytics.
Well, the analytics say punt the football there.
So we're changing to analytics as we go, right? What a big-time play for them, and really took a big-time chance.
Yeah, big-time first half chance. Open man is Galladay, complete. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
Let's go, let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Hey, Delta.
Throwing again is Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Mack Wilson. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
53, ready.
Hey, let's go. Come across. You ain't doing nothing today.
Hey, wahoo.
Bring her, guys.
Now Stafford. The quick slant caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Now a first down throw. Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Mike 51. 51 to Mike, boy, 51. Here we go, D. Hey. All day.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. And that will be incomplete. Denzel Ward, Pro Bowler as a rookie, there to bat that one away. So coming up empty here to start the 3rd quarter. Already 2 scores down. Got to be careful.
Yeah, I did notice, though, that the captain of the defense patted the quarterback on the helmet on his way out, pretty much letting him know, we know the pressure's on us. We're going to go out there and try and hold serve for you while you figure it out over here on the sidelines.
Stafford will stay out there. He'll lead his guys up to go for it on 4th down.
Mike 51.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
Hey, Mike 51.
So they will go for it. Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack. But down 2 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to go for it. They must have thought they had a play to dial up that they could get it. Well, it didn't work out.
They must have thought, as you pointed out, they had a play, and they were probably looking at the number of possessions that they thought were left in the game. And down 2 scores, they must have felt like they couldn't risk not taking a shot here and giving up that chance.
And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. From 17 yards out. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Always important to get the first score of the 2nd half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
This is taken at the 3. He'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
An attempt at a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Throwing is Stafford. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit.
First down, Lions.
Stay 50, stay 50.
53, check with the
Hey, Charlie.
On 1st down, it's Stafford. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. T.J. Carey right there in coverage.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
They have, you're right, they have had no room to breathe. On 2nd and 10, Stafford. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mack Wilson.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 42-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. There have been no struggles here for this crew. I mean, they were up double digits at halftime, and they've just expanded that here in the second half.
And it appears there are no answers from the defensive side. I think right now, if I'm the coordinator, if I'm down on the field, if I'm wearing a hat, I've already thrown it. If it's a visor, it's sailed, right? My game plan is down by my feet right now because nothing I've drawn up appears to be working.
Well, he's going to have to find something right now to stop this offense. They run it again with Chubb. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day. Under 10.
Blue draw Corker.
36.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. He finds his target, Beckham. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's go. King. Check out route.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. But it'll be 2nd down. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Play fake. Mayfield. They'll roll him out right. He's going to take off with it. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Now, that was a whole lot of open space out in front of him, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. I saw that lane start to develop. Boom. He took advantage of it. Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off.
The Lions take over.
We play to win. Let's go.
25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Throwing again on 2nd down. Stafford.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and forever. Off of play action, here's Stafford. He'll get this one to Galladay. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
32. Smooth.
Fight 51. Mike 51.
Lions go for it on 4th. It's Stafford. And it is incomplete. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position.
20. 25 to Mike.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Mayfield. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Mike Daniels showing his strength and quickness there. A loss of 4. The Browns on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. They'll go screen here to Hunt. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. And the screen only good for 3 that time, and it'll bring up a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more.
Hey, alert 33. Recon, 132 fighter.
25 to Mike. We're going 25 to Mike. Rip right. Rip right.
Now Mayfield on 4th down. And this is incomplete. Knocking it away there defensively, Justin Coleman. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow. Talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
11.
On 1st down, Stafford here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Denzel Ward right there in coverage to get the hand in. I guess at this point, Charles, heck, why not take some shots?
I would agree with that totally because a big play can't hurt at all. Heck, you might get a pass interference call out of it. Somehow the ball might get tipped up and you come down with it. Might not do too much for the result of the game, but it could add to your stats.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
You don't want none, baby. Five. All right, boys, here we go.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. Switch.
They snap it to Stafford. He's got his man, T.J. Hawkinson. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 1st down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Set the tone, defense. Let's
Go.
Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike.
Out of the gun, Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The D-tackle Sheldon Richardson came barreling in for the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
To try again after the sack. Stafford, open man, he's got him, the tight end Hawkinson. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock.
60. 21. Let's go. 6 man. Check. Hey. High 7. Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike 51. Watch the flag.
Stafford on 1st down. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Larry Ogunjobi picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the 2nd half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.